Hello everyone, it's Hannah here from Virtually Fluent. Welcome to today's video where we are going on a nature walk. You can see I am already dressed for the occasion. I have my umbrella just in case it rains, very possible here in the UK. I have my raincoat or my waterproof, and I am wearing walking boots today. But you can see down here I also have some Wellington boots, also called wellies, which is a very typical British shoe. However, I am wearing my walking boots today. So listen out for all of that key nature vocabulary. Let's see what we can learn today. Let's go. So we've arrived here in a little village called Stockbridge in Hampshire in the south of England. It's a really beautiful part of the country. We're walking out of the village into the countryside for a nice nature walk. Now I would like to point out the differences between the word countryside and country in English. They're actually exactly the same. I walk around, or I live in the countryside or in the country, just a little abbreviation. Of course, the word country does mean an individual nation as well. I live in England, I live in Germany and Spain, but they're exactly the same. So let's wander on, see what vocab we can find. What you can see here is a gate. This particular style is a kissing gate, which you walk through. You might also have a stile which you can climb over, and you find these a lot on nature walks around the UK. Over here you can see some beautiful big fields with green grass. Sometimes you will have some flowers, wild flowers growing in them, and on occasion some weeds too. You can see here I'm walking along a path which has lots of little stones, rocks and pebbles on it, and we follow this to make sure we don't get lost. Around the UK you'll often find these little arrows on these big posts that can help us go in the right direction, follow our paths around our nature walk. I'll now be walking across a little bridge over towards a pond. So just behind me here you can see a body of water. This is a flowing body of water, which is a river. Now a slightly smaller flowing body of water is a stream, and then we have other types of water which are a lot bigger. We have oceans, we have seas, we also have lakes which tend to be landlocked, and then we have slightly more man-made landlocked bodies of water which are ponds. You can also find these in people's back gardens. This one here is a river. Here you can see a tree. Right down at the bottom of the tree, deep into the ground, into the soil, we have the roots. Coming up, these pieces here would be the branches, and coming off these branches we have individual leaves. Just watch out there, singular leaf and plural leaves. If we look up into the sky, you can also see we have these beautiful clouds. Now most of our walk today has been relatively flat land, but here in the UK you will find many hills which are sort of bumps in the ground, and of course these enormous bumps would be called mountains, but we don't really have many near where I live. So we're just walking along the river here and we found these tiny little things which are called pebbles. Slightly bigger becomes a stone, and even bigger becomes a rock. So hopefully you've learned a little bit of vocabulary to talk about nature in English today. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn those notifications on so you know exactly when we release new videos to help you with your English vocabulary, grammar, and many other skills too. And we are not just on YouTube. You can find me across all different social media channels: Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. All of those links are in the comments below. This is Hannah from Virtually Fluent, bringing English to life.